Hello students, welcome to a new problem on System Verilog interview series. So this problem is based upon array manipulation. So let's try to understand this problem. So as we can see here, we are given a dynamic array of integers and we are supposed to move all non-zero elements to the left while maintaining the relative order the same. All zero elements should be moved to the right. And we are given two rules that move all the non-zero elements to the left while keeping their order. Push all zeros to the right. In place, no extra ways, no extra arrays. So we are also given some examples of how what should be the expected output. So let's say this is an input array, something it looks like 1984002760, and the expected output in that case it would be looking something like 19844276. What does that mean is we are sorting all the non-zero elements of this array to the left, and we are uh, all the zeros we are sorting to the right. So all the non-zeros are on the left and all the zeros are on the right, and the order of the numbers are also not changed. That is the order in which the 1984276 execute. It's also same in the expected output, that is 1984276. Similarly, one more example, if you can see here, that we are given one more input array, let's say 000123. So after sorting, after the expected output should something look like 123 and 000. And let's say if you're given only the one array as only the single element, then anyway it should be the same. So our test case should ideally pass all these three test cases to make sure that the code that we have written is correct. So this is our test bench and we are supposed to write the code. We are already given a task and we are just supposed to write our code here at from something, and we are already a bunch of test cases to verify whether the code that we are writing will be correct or not. So, all right, let's start the coding part. So here, as you can see, we are given the input array and this is the expected array. So we need to update the value of expected array so that it meets the criteria that is mentioned in the problem. So first thing that we need to do here is, see, if I, let's assume this is my input array, right? This is my input array and this is my input array, and what I need to do here is, first thing is I need to find which elements, which positions of this array in this are non-zero. So for that, basically I need to check each and every locations of this array and see whether any position is non-zero or not. So in order to do this, I think we can easily do this with the help of some for each loop. All right, so here we can just check, right? If input array if not is not equals to 0. Right, we are just checking whether the input array that we have is not equals to 0. So in that case, what we'll be doing is we can just uh, we just need to have a pointer. We can just, what we can do here is, see, first thing is you need to store the value of the pointer here. So let's say you just take a temporary variable name as some right pointer, and here you the array that we are having the right. So what here we did is we stored the value of input array to this value. Input, we are updating basically the value of array itself. But here the thing to note is if it is non-zero value, then the right pointer would be zero. So kind of we are keeping that values in that array. And if let's say the if would only be executed if it is non-zero value. Let's say if it is a zero value, then it won't be executed. And after this, we just need to increment the value of right pointer. So here, as you can see that after going through the for each loop, our new value of the array would become something like this. Let's say input array. It will have something like 1984276. All the non-zero elements would be sorted in the left, and so if you can see, there are total seven non-zero elements here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But the array size is still 11, so the last four entries in the array would still remain same. That is 7060. So this would still be remaining same. Now our idea is to even eliminate these four entries of the original array to zero because it is given as per the problem statement, right? So as you can see here, the all the original four entries should also be zero. So here, what you should do is you can use for each loop, or you can also use some while loop. And you can here, if you have noticed one thing, the value of right pointer would become 7 after the end of for each loop. And the reason we need to have right pointer is because to store the last value of the non-zero element. So let's say here we are getting seven non-zero elements. So right pointer would be having the last value of what is the last non-zero element that it is getting stored. So let's say for now our idea is the total size is 11. The right pointer is 7. We have seven entries are filled. So we just need to, sorry, okay, if I see here, one, two, three, uh, it's 1984276. These entries are already fixed, and these four entries we need to eliminate to zero. So, in order to only target these four entries, what we can do is we can initiate a for loop. Let's say starting from a right pointer equals to 7. It all the way will be going. Here you can just do int I equals to right pointer. All the way it will be starting from. It will be going till array dot size, right? So here you are just supposed to have the value of right pointer, value of input array as 0. So here after execution, if you think right, here the value would the probably the input array would remain same, just the last four entries of the input array, these four entries would all be turned to 0. And that was the goal of our problem as well. So let's try to simulate the code. We are already given three test cases for which the test our code should be get passed. Alright, so here as we can see, the input array is this, the output array which is this, which is expected, thus which means our example one test case passed. Similarly, both the two test cases are also passing. So which means our code works. So yeah, that's all for the video, and stay tuned for the upcoming videos.